Hello, hello, hello. This is for Sagittarius. Welcome in. I'm Claudia St. John's, or Claudia with a K, Sant Janos. Hello, 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 hello. I've got some makeup on my hair. That's not cool. All right, since I pointed that fact out to you, any more embarrassing things? Let me see. All right, get your drink, your chips, whatever you have, bring it to the table, pull up your chair, and let's get into your read, sweetheart. All right, we're doing main tarot first and then all signs second, okay? What you need to know about each sign. First card out for Sagittarius is your major arcana card, the Temperance. How synchronicitous. Is that even a word? Synchronicitous. Synchronicity are in its finest. Temperance. Okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with another Sagittarius. Sagittarius on Sagittarius energy. Okay. Oh, Eight of Swords. Temperance with the Eight of Swords. All right. Patience. Yeah, some of you guys could be feeling stressed out right now, feeling limited, restricted. Or there is somebody you're waiting on that could be in another connection. Okay. Yeah. You could be waiting on somebody that's in another connection. Or it's just telling you to, try to look for some kind of solutions by remaining patient and just being neutral about a situation. Not needing to be positive or negative, just remain neutral and detach from the situation, and then maybe solutions will start coming to you better. Okay. Stuck on you. Got a feeling that I'm loving them all. I'm on my way. All right. We have the Magician. All right. Major Arcana, Gemini, Virgo's energy here. And that tells me you're manifesting something at this time. Okay. We have Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is given to the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page of Cups. So it looks like a sexy MFer's coming in. All right. Page of Cups, new love energy. Somebody's asking you out. Somebody's interested in you. Yeah. This is somebody different than what we started the read. So if you were concerned about one person in the beginning of the read, now we're going to somebody completely new. All right. Somebody new, and they're very attracted to you. They may be very attractive. This person may be very attractive and sexy themselves, since the Queen of Wands popped up. Or this person sees you very sexy or very attractive. Or it could be both. You both view each other very hot. Okay, spicy. Page of Coins, yeah. So somebody's going to be asking you out. Somebody's interested in you for sure. So I do see somebody asking you out on a date. New energy here. Okay. And the Nine of Cups. So you guys could go out to dinner, out to a movie, out to drinks. And I see this being a good time. You may even have sex first night. Who knows? Or the second night, whenever. Okay. Two of Swords. All right. Conundrum. Two of Swords. On the fence about something. Why are you on the fence about something? To go out with this person or not? The Empress. The Empress. You're birthing a new idea. Or Two of Swords. All right, I got to clarify. Why would the Empress be here? So 2 of Swords, you don't know what. Oh, okay. So the Empress, okay, I understand. So you go on a date with this person, maybe the first date because they ask you out. I'm just going to give a hypothetical. It doesn't have to be exactly like my hypothetical. It just is something of that nature, okay? That you have a good time with this person and you may be attracted to them, but you could be on a conundrum like, should I have sex with them or not? Okay? Because my Empress card is my sex card technically. That's my Lover's card is somebody wants to really bring it on you, and my Empress is, I assume this is what we're dealing with. Either it's my love card, my unconditional love card, or my sex card or my mistress card, depending on what card clarifies it. Let's see what card the Hierophant. Interesting. You could be dealing with a Taurus energy, double Taurus energy, Libra energy here. Page of Cups, Pisces energy. And I'll also give it to Cancer and Scorpio as well. Okay. Why is the Hierophant here? You don't know if you should go the traditional route or get out of or do it your way. Meaning, the traditional may be like the 3rd date is when you have sex. Or maybe you have a different value system. Maybe your thing is 6 months, let's say. And you're like, should I just break out of that mode? Like, I've been traditional up to this point. How has it been really working for me? I'm going to give you another alternative here. All right, since this reading, let me just clarify this Hierophant before I give you another read. Hold on. Let me line these up better with each other. All right. I'm gonna read this in a different way too. Let me see what I can do here. We have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. Conflict. You're conflicted. Yeah. Well. All right. Okay. This may be. Hierophant means a commitment or trying to get on the same page with this person. And maybe you're on a conflict that you guys are not getting on the same page. Or maybe they won't make up their minds. All right, why is the 5 of Wands here? We have the 5 of Swords. Oh, 5s. 5 of Swords can mean ghosting energy. 5 of Wands, fighting energy. Conflict, discord. Yeah, there's discord, conflict. My 5 of Swords cards is usually a card of disrespect. Somebody saying something, doing something that's disrespectful to another. Whether it's ghosting them, walking away without telling them why you walking away. It's like a rude behavior. It could be a third party situation. It can be any despicable thing. Somebody in their ego. It can be somebody being abusive, even violent. 5 of Swords can talk about like rape, murder, like horrible things. Fives also, if we are looking at 5s in a numerologist perspective, 5s mean changes. Fives are always changes. They're yucky changes. Like things are changing in a yucky way. Huh. Well, I mean, just look at the card. Look at the card. Maybe like you can figure out something that I'm not seeing here. Write in the comments what this, if I'm not on it, maybe you can shed light to me what I'm missing here in the read. I'll show you the Empress and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like there could be getting advice. Maybe you're seeking advice on this conundrum with the Two of Swords, which you need to make a decision about. And you can't make up your mind. Okay, so let me talk about the Empress for a minute. The Empress also talks about self-care. And the Hierophant also talks about honoring your traditional values. You're honoring your being ethical, being moral, honoring being true to yourself. Okay. And then we have, if you're being true to yourself, you're conflicted. Then why would you be in the Five of Swords? I'm not sure. That's interesting. All right. All right. Well, clarify the fives, please, for me. The Queen of Coins with the Queen of Swords. That didn't really help much. Okay. Let me just break it down what this is saying here. Maybe we can make heads or tails of this. So this can be a same-sex connection. I'm just validating that. Yes, I know not everybody's in a same-sex connection. I'm just validating those that are. Okay, this can apply to those as well. Queen of Coins is a nurturing energy. Queen of Swords is somebody who is logical, practical, has clarity, able to make okay. So at this point you're able to make a decision, okay? And once you make a decision, because Queen of Swords, you have clarity, something comes, you gain clarity on something, and the Queen of Swords makes a decision, cuts something out, okay, that's not needed. And then the Queen of Coins is like nurturing energy. Could be a homebody, a caretaker, a single parent, a businesswoman. All right. Clarify the Queen of Coins for me, please. I think these are going to be too many. Yeah, that's just too many. That's, yeah. Five of Coins now. You have 5, 5, 5 out. Who is this? Is this Sagittarius? I am so sorry if I yeah, this is Sagittarius because the Temperance. Yeah, your major arcana came out. You have 555. All right. 555 in numerology. Fives is the adventure energy. Hold on. Do we have 55 anywhere? 666 777. Where's my 555? 333. Okay, 555 is a positive change, freedom, adventure, new beginnings. Freedom, adventure, new beginnings. There's somebody you have conflict with, and somebody does you dirty, I feel. And they leave you out in the cold, and they could also like desert you or leave you in debt in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. Like maybe they, like I said, they make you pay for things. Like they act like they didn't have brought their wallet. I don't know. If this is an existing connection, it would make more sense. Temperance and saying that you're okay. So the read is saying that you have to find the balance in something. Because you're either torn up about something and then you're happy about something, and then you have the Two of Swords, you're in a conundrum. And then it says you need to take care of yourself and be true to your values. And then we have 5 Wands, 5 Swords, 5 Pentacles. This is something I feel you could be going through because of somebody else. And the Queen of Swords is saying you need to look at things clearly and not be in denial, because the Two of Swords can mean you're not trying to see something as it for what it really is. And then finally with the Queen of Swords energy, you finally have clarity. You finally take an honest look at something, and this causes you to feel really abandoned, left out in the cold. You realize you've been done dirty. This is almost like the read that I gave a couple days ago. All right, so we're still in that storyline. Oh, crap. Yeah, we're on that storyline. So if you want a more understanding of this read, go check out my previous Sagittarius read. That probably was done better. I used a different format for that one. All right, because I always switch up my formats. That's my thing. But, you know, the answer always should be the same, whatever format you use. I mean, it doesn't make, the format's not really that. You always come out with the same answer regardless. King of Wands. You have the Queen of Wands with King of Wands. All right. Taking leadership. Taking leadership. Not waiting to, not being a sheep, not being a follower, but you taking control of your situation. Okay. The Death card. The Tower. The Page of Wands. So I feel like there's going to be communication, and then Tower hits, and then there's a Death card. Tower hits like a sudden shakeup, and then an ending. So I don't know what kind of ending this is. Let's clarify the Death card, please. And yeah, it could, the Death card can also mean like what the fives are trying to say, some kind of transformation. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse with the Seven of Cups, with the King of Cups. King of Cups. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, male. 7 of Cups. Is thinking, trying to sort things out. Something could be bad news. Trying to sort things out about bad news. Something is sad, depressed about. Something they're not happy about. This person's not happy about. All right. I'll show you the cards. And then we have the Lovers. So the Ace of Cups followed by the Lovers. Yeah, somebody's trying to figure something out. It seems like somebody needs to make a decision, has a choice here. And Ace of Cups in reverse can mean bad news, breakup energy. Let me clarify why the Lovers is here. And then we're going to call it a read, because this is like going down a rabbit hole. All right, let me just figure out what we can get for you. All right, I'm just going to ask what the outcome is. Queen of Cups. We have the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups. I am... All right, hold on. Trust your intuition. All right, let me just ask what the outcome is here and then what the advice is, okay? Okay, so the outcome here, you're giving me 3 cards for an outcome. Jesus. King of Coins, the Sun, and 9 of Swords. That's contradictory energy. Hold on. Hold on. Nine of Swords. 9 of Swords is up in your head about something. King of Coins. Something about somebody's job, career, finances. The Sun comes to light. Why is the 9 of Swords here, though? The sun is opposite of the 9 of Swords. We have contradictory energy. All right, just give me one answer. What's the outcome? 10 of Wands. No, 10 of Swords. Devastation, a horrible ending. A breakup, an ending, or feeling backstabbed, heavily betrayed. So the Sun can mean something comes to light about the King of Coins, about money, about somebody in their finances, or something comes to light. This seems like, yeah, the read that I just did 2 days ago. I was really hoping, I did a different format. I was really hoping to get another. This is next week's energy. So it seems like next week this story's still playing out. Okay. Yeah, this is for next week's energy. 4 of Swords. Yeah, you're focused on the negative. You feel you're focusing on the negative here. Okay, what's the advice here? Knight of Coins. Just focus on your goals. Just focus on your goals and just take things one day at a time. And just put one foot in front of the other, regardless how tumultuous, how crazy your current situation is regarding whatever's happening here. I feel like the story's still playing out. Even next week, it's the same storyline pretty much. All right. That's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for watching. All right. Take care of yourself and each other. Oh, yeah, we're doing all signs. Okay, sure. We'll do all signs for next week. Those that are on a dating app, also the all signs cards is for those that are on a dating app and you're talking to multiple people, you can see which sign you have a better chance with than not, because they do list their signs on the dating apps more often than not. Okay. All right. All right, Sagittarius, Aries to Pisces, really quickly. Let's do a rundown. All right. All right, let me shuffle it up. Get Sagittarius in this energy. All right, Sagittarius, dealing with an Aries. What do you need to know? The what? The world in reverse. There's unfinished business with a Aries. Whether they're new or current. Unfinished business with an Aries with a new or a current one. All right. Let's go. Sagittarius dealing with a Taurus. Hold on. All right. We have the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take in this connection with the Taurus. Okay. That energy definitely shifted from this week to next week if you're dealing with a Taurus. So a new Taurus would be much better because the last Taurus was, the new one was not so good. If you're in a current relationship with Taurus, things get better next week. Okay. If you're dealing with a Gemini, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you're going to find this Gemini to be a player, to be too in and out, too inconsistent, especially if they're new. And if they're current, the sex can be off. Something about the sex not being right. And yeah, like you can find like this person too inconsistent energy. That's not going to be up your board, whether they're current or new. So next week, there's going to be issues with the Gemini. New or current. All right, and if you're dealing with a Cancer, the Strength card. A Cancer will, this new Cancer next week will have a heavy impact on you, influence or effect on you. That new person have a nice ass, a nice body. You have to remember, if you have any doubt, anxiety, fear with this Cancer, you need to put that aside and leap forward with confidence. Okay, current or new, whether you're dealing with somebody current or new. All right, Leo, Empress. Okay, this Leo is very fine, very good looking. And, yeah, there could be sex with a Leo next week, whether they're new or current. Okay. And you could have a sexy Leo coming in next week for you. A new Leo. All right. Virgo, the Hierophant. So next week, if you're meeting a new Virgo, they'll be commitment ready. And those already dealing with a Virgo, I feel like next week the relationship improves and gets more, you guys get more on the same page than that. All right, if you're dealing with a Libra, the Emperor. So this Libra will take care of you if you're already in a connection with them. I feel like this Libra is going to be great for you, whether they're new or current. Okay. This Libra, even in the previous reading, it was a positive card. So I feel like this week and next week, a Libra is going to be very supportive for you, especially next week. Are we on a weekend? I don't even know where we're at. Yeah. Okay, so we're starting a new week. So is it for this week? No, next week. Forward. All right, if you want to know what's going on this week, check the previous read I did 2 days ago for Sagittarius. Okay. So Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, 4 of Pentacles, this Scorpio could be, if they're new or current, they could be cheap or controlling, Or couples, you guys could be planning on saving up for a vacation or a big purchase of some kind. So money could be tight for the couples at this time. All right. If you're dealing with a Saggy, we have Justice card. Saggy dealing with another Saggy. Whether they have Sagittarius in their sun, moon, rising Venus, they could be working in the law field. If you have any court cases, I do see it going in your favor. I feel like you guys will balance each other out. Some truth will come out. All right. Yeah. And if somebody wronged you, you got good karma coming around. All right. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, 6 of Wands. Oh, wow. So I feel like there's a new Capricorn coming in, and this person's, you're going to be flying high with a Capricorn next week with a new one. All right. You guys going on a date, and the date would be a hit. If this is a current Capricorn, I feel like things start to improve and things definitely get better between you guys. Okay, next week. And if you're dealing with an Aquarius, 10 of Wands. So I think like this week you're good with Aquarius, but next week things get a little bit, you feel like you're doing all the work with an Aquarius, whether they're new or current. You're feeling overwhelmed with them. Okay. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, last but never least. And what is it with the Pisces? 8 of Wands. Communication, definitely next week. And let me clarify, just for this, somebody dealing with the Pisces, why would the 8 of Wands be here? Because that could also mean good news with Pisces. You got a new Pisces coming in fast for you. The Chariot, yeah. Fast, this is fast moving energy. This could even be travel. This could be travel, airplane, car, automobile, train. Some of you guys would be traveling with the Pisces. Does that make sense for any of you? Yeah, next week, travel of some kind. What the fuck? I do see things moving forward. Fast. Things moving forward. Fast communication. Good news about things moving forward can also be with the Pisces, whether they're new or current. Okay? And that's what I got for you. All right, Saggy, you got another read. So you got this week and next week's covered. All right. There you go. All right. There you go, sweethearts. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Take care of yourselves and each other. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. This week and next week, if I don't talk to you. Okay, I'm sure I will. Bye. Peace.